You know, we had the opportunity on Friday night to do something that was quite remarkable, and that is to go into a public school. And to hold a church service in a public school where we were able to preach Jesus Christ and Him crucified. Now, come on, church, you ought to shout over that one. We were able to say whatever we wanted to say, sing whatever we wanted to sing, and we had a response on Friday night where scores of young people came to that event. We've got some footage. It's got no music, but I want you to show, they're going to put it on the screen, some B-roll of what took place during this event on Friday night. And let me tell you something, from the very outset, from the very moment we started, the presence of God filled that gymnasium. I mean, the Spirit of God began to fill that place where young people from all over Walker and Denham Springs and Live Oak and Baton Rouge were able to receive a touch of God. But I want to read something. When I gave the altar call for salvation, we must have had 30 or 40 kids walk down that aisle to say yes to Jesus. And when I was given the instructions, I pointed out to one young man and I said, "What's your name?" I asked him and he said, "My name's Trent." I said, "Trent, the Lord loves you." And I said, "Do you realize that 2,000 years ago when Christ was hanging on that cross that He knew you, and at this moment He knew that you would walk down this aisle?" And I said, "It doesn't matter what your past was. It only matters of what happens right now at this very moment." When I said that, he broke and tears began to roll down his cheeks. Come to find out, he got arrested last week, was in trouble last week. But God saw fit that God dealt with him, and he walked down that aisle on that Friday night. And I want to read you what he posted. He sent this out on his social media, and he says this: "I walked into that place broken and lost, depressed from everything that has been going on in life, and just almost giving up on life. I took off work just to go, and when I left out of that service, I felt new, revived, and saved, as if I were picked out of the water that was drowning me by a beautiful Creator named God. God saved me today and actually spoke to me through the man that was preaching. Out of everyone that was standing in the front, he asked me for my name. And he told me today that I was saved, and that God made today that day that I was going to be saved. Out of everyone he could have picked out of that crowd of people that needed healing, he called on me. I've never felt God's presence so much before in my life. God truly is real. And everyone needs to know this. If anyone is going through anything with drugs, the law, a breakup, depression, or anything, there's only one way to be saved, and that is through God. That's through Jesus Christ. Drugs may numb the pain, but God heals the pain forever. You got to think about that. Drug numbs the pain, but God heals the pain forever. I'm truly a changed man. I walked out of that place like a changed man. I actually smiled a real smile instead of a fake one. I once was lost, but now I'm found again. I once was lost, but now I'm found again. He said, "I'm thankful for everyone that gave me a hug and told me congratulations for being saved. I felt so much love from everyone. God is nowhere near from dead just because we can't see Him. But truly believing in something means you don't need to see it, but just believe it. I now don't have the hope that He's real. I have the faith that He is." He said, "Now I'm saved in faith that He is real, and know that God is not dead, but He is living." That's a testimony from a young man that was bound by sin, on his way to hell, but Friday night walked down that aisle and gave his life to Jesus Christ. And church, let me tell you, it's just the beginning. It's just the beginning. It's just the beginning. And let me tell you this right now, real quick. If you are watching this right now and you are part of a public school, you want us to come in, all you got to do is ask. All you got to do is ask and just believe God that He's able to do it. Amen. Be with us once again in Nashville, Tennessee. It's going to be at the end of the month. All those watching and listening, don't miss out. Check out my website, GabrielSwigert.org. I just wanted to give you that testimony.